It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
To the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation.
Are our clothes really so...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Hyman doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that...
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright, I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you, so I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had...
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already...
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the City of Freedom. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent vision hunt, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instant. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Inazuma. Gosh, this kind of future.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on about? Behind this.
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kami... Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. Especially following such a long and weary... I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. And Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds. Given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance, a commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please. I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the—
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us.
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima has protected this place ever, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave. We will gladly apologize if that's the case.
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscate. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do, but equally...
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around.
We can't let him leave while he's in such...
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of true... But that's not why. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought...
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the... But if you can't remember... Oh! Maybe if you just try a little harder...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima...
I keep a diary?
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time...
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving...
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to...
This looks like Tejima's diary. Let's see what we have. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in... I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of... So this is the Omamori... interesting. Looking at the color and the... But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Must be something pretty It looks like a letter. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share. And just look at all the things that did happen. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regrets, everything I've... No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years... I think... maybe not. If this is something I waited Although... what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is... Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
On the other side of the ocean.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold—
The entire clan is counting on that food! How many times do I have to say it? I don't—
You dare deceive us?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you?
What? We heard the commotion and came to see—
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. But it's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has—
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree.
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that I will perform certain things every month. And it's not just that. I have this—
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provision?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. I was chased. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarder.
But we better confirm. We should be able to follow their tracks.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all— You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange look. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal! Now—
Huh?
What the—
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them, and they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of it. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just...
Yes, so we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke...
Shut it!
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got or perhaps there's something you want to... so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost.
So that's how he was getting... But why did he have to purchase a usual amount?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how... Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt.
Wow. Kurosawa was... And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just...
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, if you ask me... Had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supply, of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never to... If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear...
Sword? What?
Oh... Didn't he tell you? He possesses a very... I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was... In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll... Oh, but before you go...
But we...
Information is also... Don't worry. I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh...
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again. What are you doing here?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my... It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing...
Strange. Is that really the kind... I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult... But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant. This sword was once wielded. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's and said to me,
Hey, if you look carefully, can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to explain taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased a provision. The Tenryou Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was... And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a good person. Yet I'm equally unable...
Yet another troubled. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all it. Fortunately for us, let's go find the next port. The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a... Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Make-Your... This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some...
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought...
Maybe, but... Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't...
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Make-Your Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came... But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got
From the way you're dressed, please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? Sensei's name is Domon. A name though self-taught. He mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly... But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. But if I'm honest, I still have...
The Grand Narukami Shrine.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close... Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine... So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both...
So, losing your vision can cause possession?
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him who the people were, he suddenly... It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantic. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. Others we didn't recognize. But one of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. We won't let them get away with it. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious persons!
How? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even... unless... I guess it's been a few years.
Excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior?
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to practitioners of Meikyoshi Sui art, seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei, scolded him, and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the... I thought so too at the time. But Domon began me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you...
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would... Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. And Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every After that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down though, I still respected his master. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse.
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have. And all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that...
Lady Yai? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask.
That won't be necessary. all that is required of you is your timely arrival. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I would...
Who'd have thought Lady Yae herself would have taken notice of our sin?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve...
No, that's not what I meant at all. You missed... I just mean this is Lady Yae, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close... Anyway, you should join us too, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei. We, the disciples of...
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yae. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find... Do you think that's Lady Yae? Oh, no. Also, is it just Paimon? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's...
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Yae, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in...
Lady Yae, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past,
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But... then did...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yae, even without his ambition...
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that... There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes, and only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself, as he battled his growing anxiety. Much like a certain fatally flawed...
Poor Sensei. To think he's been...
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Anzai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Did he follow us the whole way?
Anzai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would...
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that.
But what if one day the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from... If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirate, I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and...
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually...
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition you once... Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly... So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, you are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Miyakyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering and... But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you... This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold...
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply... Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say...
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his back.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant. We can come back to it another time.
By the protection...
Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Huh?
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah, short of getting them their visions back, Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Ooh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant?
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. Oh, but I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd place my trust in the right... Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komore Tea.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not a
Oh, Paimon gets it!
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the...
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret...
In any case, we can talk freely here. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, after all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, because of this, the attitude of most people towards the vision...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island, but I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance. The almighty shogun. I've seen her on but only a few. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Of course, we have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal, they invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the... It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
Paimon has a question.
Oh? What would you like to...
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging...
So what are we gonna...
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and... For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit...
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon... Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation. By no means do we intend to play. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There...
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist, believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome.
Can't you make an exception? I just got...
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch... Psst! Hey! Huh? There's someone trying to get our... Come on! This way! What's going on? Can't you see we need to... Shh! Quiet! Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down...
All right.
Wise choice. All right.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. This is your fault. You're the one...
Many thanks, Miss Euthymia. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure...
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And if...
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know... Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Euthymia, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Euthymia. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks...
Whoa, that's quite the...
Stop it, Hanjiro. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the...
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too...
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi have... But if I just march straight in there by myself, So, what about if I join?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have...
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready.
Time to break him out!
Publishing house.
My demon-expelling mantra is ready.
Come on, this way. As long as I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. We should split up. I've got a little present to
you sure?
Yes,
I must withdraw.
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
I must withdraw. Clear cut! I must withdraw.
One with my blade.
incinerate!
Don't hold back! Slash! I need to train harder.
Who goes there? Soldiers!
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Teach me a lesson.
Get them!
Show me what you've got!
Clear cut! Soldiers!
boast. I must withdraw. Watch your step.
Go as planned!
I've been bested.
Slash! Swift and merciful.
Allow me to strike first.
Go as planned!
I dare you. Clear cut. I need to train harder.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Teach me a lesson. Show me what you've got. Allow me to strike first. Watch your step. Don't hold it. I dare you.
A touch of frost, from whence you came.
Clear cut.
The flame! Motion to compel! I swear by my sword!
Train hard. Don't hold back. Allow me to strike first. Bested.
I must withdraw.
Over there. That must be Master Masa.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us? Locking you up?
Oh no! Those Tenryou Commission brute.
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am. We were just teaching him a little less.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kojo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kojo clan of the Tenryou Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryou...
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen.
I'm unsure.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't...
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the...
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to... Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little...
Firework?
Huh? Was that an explosion? It sounded like fireworks. Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to...
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly...
Yoimiya!
Well, fireworks my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear. Now they're...
Euthymia.
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took...
Come on! We've got no time to lose! Oh.
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment... He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right...
Well... You can bet we'll do all we can.
Leave this place.
We're finally out of that...
Yes. Finally.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary with...
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for... It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the...
I see. So Kujosara stayed her hand. It would appear... I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some info...
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujosara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release... We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Euthymia and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expect.
Indeed. Things may have turned out... But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt, it is time we make ready our next...
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have... yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems... and the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning.
A ceremony, you say? Why would...
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more...
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Toma, what would you...
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest... Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite...
A hot pot game? What's that?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to get... Let's see what we've got here. Nice! You can... Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen.
Yeah, you can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards. Even with a traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? Boiling cakes in hot pot? Ugh.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest,
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about...
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my... I think my luck is already taken. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of...
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team. Another important job...
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, and with the extra time, there are...
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules.
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori tea house for a while. Why don't we...
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance. But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashir.
Individual request? You mean person?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, you are the only person. A few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name. It is one that I have never heard before.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, so I am very curious about this mysterious individual. I would very much like to meet them. According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important.
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's name.
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us to... Do you need us to find her for you?
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head... Please keep everything I have told you in strict confidence. The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy at present, and... On a more selfish note, exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people. Not to mention trustworthy.
You can count on us! We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help.
Wonderful! In fact, I was hoping to take this opportunity to show you both around.
Oh, we don't mind! We don't mind at all!
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura Tech...
Alright, sounds great! Promotion. Hey, speaking of, we haven't been anywhere fun since we arrived in Inazuma.
No, what made you think that? Festivals are a common occurrence. Each season brings its own festival. Oh, my apologies. I should stop thinking.
Oh, so you weren't checking out the...
Welcome. I have all the latest styles. Please take a look. Oh, it's Miss Kamisato with guests from overseas. Welcome to Ogura Textiles and Kimonos. Are you here?
Oh, greetings to you too.
Oh, Ayaka came prepared.
Let me see. Oh, it's a very fine design. Miss Kamisato, you'd like us to make a kimono following this...
Please, if you could.
I'm honored that you'd choose Ogura Textiles and Kimonos for your tailoring. Based on the design, this kind of kimono would require silk made from the silk flower. The majority of As you well know, Inazuma is... In all honesty, the impact on the textiles industry has been quite significant. We're struggling to import high-grade fabrics. But of course, where our customers are able to provide...
So you're saying we need to go and buy some silk?
If even Ogura Textiles and Kimonos can't get a hold of high-grade...
You could try the International Trade Association. They are a little better connected than we are. The only thing is their prices. They're not the cheapest.
Huh. So even just getting clothes made is an Wait! The International Trade Association? That's Kurisu's thing.
It looks like that will be... Thank you ever so much. Oh, in the meantime... time, I have one other very small request.
Why is she being so secretive all the
Absolutely. Much obliged.
My pleasure, Miss Kamisato. Honestly, I'm just as excited as you to see the end product. We haven't made a silk kimono.
That's very kind of you, thank you. Traveler Paimon, let's try our luck at the International Trade Association.
I will have...
Go and splash!
Wind, hear me!
Guess we can...
Order guide you!
I taste blood.
Solidify!
I swear by my sword!
This is order. Retribution!
Get back!
Stabilize!
Get back!
Rise! Solidify!
Where do you want to go
Onwards.
next?
We have work to do.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Retribution!
I smell rabbit. I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Order guide you. Stabilize. Ready, kids?
you
Gather! Burn!
Get back!
Go and fly!
Gather! I will have order! Burn!
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Stabilize!
Go as one!
Keep back!
Go as one!
Retribution!
Go as one!
Wind, hear me!
Go as blast!
Stabilize! Solidify!
I smell rabbit. I keep watch. You leave, you call me. I'm hungry. Let's hunt. I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Whirling snow! Yeah! Embrace the ice! Yeah! Take flight! My apologies! Kami-san to art! Sumetsu! So rude! Yeah!
Don't waste my time.
Nice and spicy!
It's nothing. Your life is mine. Give up.
Let's spark things up a little.
It's nothing. Submit.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Try not to enjoy this.
You're toast!
Give up. Your life is mine.
with my blade.
Nice and spicy.
Submit for judgment. One with my blade. Fourth, my blade. Spirit blade. Attack!
Bubba, get them! Eat this!
Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel!
Incinerate! Breath of the flame!
Everybody stand! Adventure time! Adventure time! Let's light it up!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Riptide!
Teamwork is
Take this! Bellowing thunder!
Go as one! Inadmissible evidence!
One with my blade! Take this!
Go as one! Go as one! Motion to compel!
A touch of frost! Submit for judgment! Take this!
Go as one!
One with my blade! Lightning flash!
Frozen. Crisp. Put your back into it!
You can't run!
You're mine!
Time to fulfill my It isn't time for a break yet!
I see through you!
One!
Don't be a
Killjoy! We've only just begun!
Time for a flash freeze! Chill to the
Can't run! Don't be a Killjoy! We've only just begun!
As one with wind and cloud!
Let's light it up! It's going in! That's gonna hurt in the morning!
It's no problem. My work finished. Cooked food. Don't get frostbite. Flash frost.
I will end you.
Wind Strider!
Teamwork is
You can run, but you can't hide!
Quickly!
Clouds high. The birds...
Breath of the flame!
Barbados, guide us.
Go as well! Go as well!
How's this?
Go as well!
Careless. I got careless.
Following thunder!
Take the hammer. Another test subject.
Free! Jab and cross!
From whence you came!
Suffocate! Take two to go!
Go as one!
Suffocate!
Go as one!
Should. Replace my should. That was low pump. Suffocate! I got careless.
Lightning flash!
Wind, hear me.
Inadmissible
Submit for judgment!
Go as one!
What's it done?
Everybody stand!
Get back! As one with wind and cloud, Riptide!
Going in! Adventure time! Off we go!
Get back!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Here to
Blowing thunder!
The more, the merrier. Boom boom!
Forth, my blade!
Go and fly! Over here!
From whence you came!
Blink! Over here! Blink! You really know how to get me going.
One with my blade! But how?
Motion to compel! Breath of the flame! The citizens, the more, who is one? Blink! Go as one!
Submit for justice!
I swear by my sword! Go as one!
Forth, my blade!
Boom boom!
Lightning slash! Thunderclap! Lightning flash!
Leaving so soon.
Go as one! Go as one! Barely go as one! It's...
Get back!
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Didn't see that coming.
I taste.
Wind strategy. You can run, but you can't hide. Come on.
Everybody stand back! Adventure time! Yeah. Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Get back!
Take this! Following thunder!
Go as one!
One with my blade!
Inadmissible evidence!
Spirit blade!
Boom boom!
A touch of frost!
Barbados, guide us.
Forth, my blade! Lightning flash!
Go as one!
From whence you came! Lightning flash!
Barely a scratch!
Take this! Thunderclap!
Go as one!
I swear by my sword.
A touch of frost!
Incinerate! Time for your
Spirit Blade!
Go as one! Boom!
One with my blade!
Go as one!
Barbados, guide us.
Motion to compel.
Fourth, my blade!
Go as one! Go as one! Boom boom! Breath of the flame! Go as one!
Frozen. Crisp. Were you back into the Killjoy? We've only just begun.
Off we go!
No escape. Go on. Give me a go. Time to fulfill my duty.
Everybody stand!
I will break you. You can't run. Not breaking a sweat. Don't be a Killjoy. We've only just begun. No slacking off. Looks like I went too far. My work.
Fallen leaves, adorn my riptide!
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Get now, escape!
Are you here to play with me?
Let's move quick! Shouldn't get careless.
Motion to compel!
Submit for judgment!
I will end you.
Wait, hear me.
This is bad. I must collect myself.
Blink!
Lightning flash!
Let me amuse myself. Now you've got me worked up.
A touch of frost.
This was well done.
From whence you came. Thunderclap!
You need to hurry up. Roast to fries.
Incinerate! Inadmissible! I swear by my sword! Go as one!
Lightning flash! Swift and merciful!
Over here! Go as one!
Spirit Blade! Attack! One with my blade!
Motion to compel!
Take this!
The more, the merrier. Go as one! Go as one! Boom boom!
From whence you came!
Let me amuse myself a little. Oh, and now you've got me worked up. Go as one! Time for your arraignment! Incinerate!
A touch of frost. Spirit blade.
Wind, hear me.
Go as planned!
This one's well done.
Motion to...
Fourth, my blade.
You need to hurry up. Roasted fry.
Go as planned!
Take this!
You need to hurry up.
A touch of frost.
This one's well
From
done.
whence you came.
Go as planned!
Feels close. Behold, the abyss has come. Hear the truth.
Everybody stand back!
The light shine. Hear the truth.
Wind strike.
With the light shine.
I taste blood.
Hear the truth. The gift of grace. With the light shine. By holy proclamation. The power of revelation.
That hurts!
The truth shall set you free.
Wind strike!
Hear ye the word of joy. Grace be upon you. Peace and hope find you.
Wind strike!
Hear ye the word of joy.
That hurts!
The truth shall set you free.
Let's light it up!
The power of
Teamwork is
revelation. Grace be upon you.
Tidal wave!
Hear ye the word of joy. The truth shall set you free. Grace be upon you. The power of revelation.
Amateur.
Let's light it up!
Peace and hope find you.
Halloween thunder!
Replica flame! Ba-boom! Go as planned!
Fourth, my blade. Take this!
Motion! Ba-boom!
Incinerate!
Here! One!
One with my blade. Spirit blade. Attack!
Boom boom! Barely go as planned!
Lightning flash! Thunderclap!
Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel!
A touch of frost.
Go as planned! Incinerate! Go as planned!
Lightning flash!
Boom boom!
One with my blade.
Resistance is futile. The end is
Here! From whence you came!
Motion to compel! Rapid flame!
will fall.
Here!
The end!
Incinerate!
Searching tide! The world!
Barely a scratch!
The abyss will rise once again.
You can run, but you're pretty good. Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Get back!
Teamwork is true!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! It's fine.
Let's light it!
Get back!
Why do they know that's gonna hurt in the morning? Ow! Why do they never miss? That's gonna hurt in the morning. Teamwork is dreamwork. Ow! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Let's light it up!
Get back!
I'm going in!
Clouds high, the birds call. Wind strider.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Submit for judgment!
Inadmissible evidence! Boom boom!
Following thunder!
I'm fine. Barbados, guide us. Go as one!
Lightning flash!
Incinerate!
Swift and merciful! Take this! From whence you came!
Go as one! Motion to compel!
Take this! One with my blade!
Go as one! I swear by my sword! Incinerate! Breath of the flame!
Submit for judgment! A touch of frost!
Go as one!
Forth, my blade!
Incinerate!
I kill you!
As one with wind and cloud!
Going in!
Wind strike! Clouds high! The birds...
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
That hurts!
Let's light it up!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Adventures! Off we go! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Wind strike! As one with wind and cloud!
I always bounce back. Just watch me.
Take this!
Peace be with you.
Go as one!
Spirit blade! Attack! One with my blade!
Go as one! Motion to compel! Inadmissible!
The gifts of grace. Peace be
Go
with
as one! Wind, hear me!
With the light shine.
Barely a scratch!
Hear the truth.
Boom boom!
Here!
With the light shine. Gifts of grace. Hear the truth.
Take this!
The light shine. The
A
gift
touch of frost!
of grace. Peace be with you. With the light shine. Hear the truth.
Forth, my blade!
Gifts of grace. Peace be with you.
From whence you came!
Go as one!
With the light shine.
But how?
Hear the truth.
Go as one!
Peace be with you. With the light shine. Hear the truth. The gifts of grace.
Lightning flash!
Peace be with you. With the light shine.
Go as one!
The gifts of grace.
Go as one!
Peace be with you.
Take this!
The light shine.
Barely as... Go as one!
Hear the truth.
Go as one! Incinerate!
With the light shining of the truth.
A touch of frost!
Peace and hope
Take this!
find you. The power of revelation. The truth shall set you free. Hear ye the word of joy. Grace be upon you.
Go as one!
And hope find you.
Boom!
Swift and merciful.
Go as one!
Here!
Hear ye the word of joy. Grace be upon you.
A touch of frost. Lightning flash!
Go as one!
Adventure time! Don't worry, I got this.
Time to go. Wind Strider.
Everybody stand back!
Time to go. Clouds high. The birds call.
I'm going in!
Wind Strider. Time to go. As one with wind and cloud.
Everybody stand back! Off we go! Let's light it up! Teamwork is
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind Strider. Time to go.
Everybody stand!
Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time!
As one with wind and cloud!
Yeah! work! Off we go! Everybody stand back!
Clouds high. The birds call. Time to go. Wind strider. It's fine.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Time to go.
Adventure time!
As one with wind and cloud. I must remain.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Time to go. Wind strider.
I'm going in! Everybody stand back!
Fallen leaves. Adore.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Not bad.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Wind strider.
Let's light it up!
As one with wind and cloud! Wind strike!
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
This spells the end of the exorcists.